I'm going to give you 10 reasons why an insurance sales career is an amazing opportunity. And what we're going to do is give you the 10 reasons right away. And then we're going to go into a prolonged conversation on each of those points to give you more context as to why I'm describing these. So first is you have the opportunity for a flexible work schedule. Second, you sell something that actually matters to people. Third, there's a potential for an uncapped earning opportunity. Fourth, in some cases, you can develop a passive income. Fifth, if you're looking for remote work or maybe want to be a digital nomad, insurance sales can provide that. Six, in many niches, there is an endless sea of prospects of people to sell to. Seven, your experience, your pedigree, your background, none of that matters as long as you have the very important character traits to be successful. Eight, there's no cold calling necessary. You can work leads and people actually expressed interest. Nine, there's absolutely growth potential inside of this business over the short and long haul. And 10, depending on the niche that you're in, there is an absolute level of long-term stability and not the undulations up and down like in many other sectors and businesses. Okay, so let's go into more detail. So we first talked about the flexible work schedule. So a lot of people, just give you my agency, the Dig Agency, as an example. People would join my agency because in our business model of selling final expense burial insurance to older Americans, there's the ability to work when it is that you want to. For example, because we work in multiple states, I have agents who can get up and start at 8 a.m. in the morning and then work all the way up to 12 o'clock at night. And in between those time periods, they can take the time off that they need to. Meaning if they need to take their kids to school, pick them up, do activities with them, or maybe they have another job somewhere and want to start part-time, the ability to be flexible is a huge advantage, especially if you're looking at this as a side hustle or if you just have a life outside of work. Number two, what's nice about selling insurance and makes it a great opportunity is unlike selling a lot of the consumerist, materialist crap that's out there, insurance actually makes an enormous difference in people's life. So for example, I had a client I wrote a life insurance policy on. He was 85 years old. Yeah, you can actually write him that high in age. And within the next year, he died. He had some sort of heart issue. And he had left $100,000 in life insurance coverage to his second wife. His first wife had died and he remarried. And that money made a tremendous difference in her ability to sustain because he made good money in retirement. So life insurance can totally change the trajectory of a spouse, a family, a business's existence. And if you weren't the one that were calling these prospects to help them out, then they would not have had that coverage most likely. So rest assured, when you are calling and helping people with their insurance, life insurance, car insurance, they may not appreciate it now, maybe you won't either, but one day they will. And it's all because you put in the work to help them and you made a difference. That's really important. Number three is uncapped earning potential. So now sometimes it actually is capped. If you're working a job that pays a wage and a salary, you're not going to make as much money than if you were strictly commission. And most insurance opportunities are a commission-based opportunity. And that means to the extent that you put the time in and you work hard and you make the system work for you, you have the ability to apply yourself to make as much money as you want. And then the next phase of that is maybe you scale up by hiring people and then increase your income that way, or perhaps you go to another product that has a higher ticket price and you're able to earn more per sale that way. So there's a lot of ways to make even more and more income than just the one that you start with, which is great as opposed to most organizations where that capability just doesn't exist. Number four reason selling insurance is an awesome opportunity is that some products provide a passive income earning capability. Let me go through a couple of products and business models where you can make money without actually having to immediately apply yourself to work. So first one is health insurance. So health insurance would be ACA plans, or in the Affordable Health Care Act that was passed, you actually can make money there passively, and as well as Medicare plans like Medicare Advantage or Medicare supplements. You have the ability to make an income off of the policies you sell for many, many years, sometimes in perpetuity without any end in sight. You can also build an agency, duplicate yourself and others, and then make what's called an override, which arguably is an income that you are making without having to put an active equivalent level of work in. That's the route I went in my agency, where I have hired and duplicated others on what I have learned as an agent, and now the income I make is made off of people who work and me not necessarily selling life insurance prospects in my niche. Number 5 is you can be fully remote, 100% remote, and in many cases be a digital nomad. So a digital nomad means you could sell this anywhere in the world. As long as you have a residence in the state that you're selling, you can get licensed. You can also sell entirely 100% remote from home. For example, my agency, the Dig Agency, we just recruit agents who want to strictly sell from home. They don't want to go out into people's homes and worry about all the stuff that comes with that. And it's a huge advantage for people who really want to live that remote lifestyle and don't necessarily want to, again, travel, put the miles on their car and do all that stuff. So if you're looking for a remote lifestyle-based opportunity, the insurance business can absolutely provide it for you. Number 6 is that there is literally an endless sea of prospects. So if you think about this, let's do some mental exercises here. How many cars are there in America? Millions and millions, tens of millions. How many houses are there in America? Tens of millions, right? So all of those people are prospects to sell car insurance and home insurance to. How many people are there in America? You know, what is it, 330 million plus as of 2025? Every single one of those people can get a life insurance plan, and arguably should. This proves, unlike other business models where the opportunity comes and grows, there are more and more people every day getting older and aging into certain parts of their life where they have a need for life insurance, health insurance, car insurance, etc. And when you compare that to other industries, that allows for a level of stability you otherwise wouldn't get. Number 7 on the list is, and this is really important, guys, this is not a business where you have to graduate from the best schools, you have to know somebody to get into it, or you have to come from a certain background. The cool thing about insurance, it's almost like a blue collar type of profession and the people that come into it. I've seen successful people who are first generation Americans that have connections with their particular ethnic groups. Maybe they speak Spanish only and they can provide a service that I can't because I only speak English, right? And they serve their particular group of people and can carve out a niche in a great, healthy, profitable business because of the people that they know or they can communicate with that maybe others can't. So, and I came into this business, I didn't know anybody in the business. Nobody in my family ever sold insurance before. I had no prior experience in insurance sales or even direct-to-consumer sales. And so for me, to be able to get started from scratch, build a multi-million-dollar business over the course of the last 15 years has been incredible. So this is cool. Like, there's no excuse. You can get into this business, and as long as you have the right mindset, the character traits, you're humble, you're coachable, you'll get to work, you're disciplined, and you can do this thing day in, day out for years, there is an ample opportunity for you as a career in the business of insurance. Number 8 on the list is no cold calling necessary. If you're worried that you have to just approach people cold on the street or you have to call random people, you do not have to do that in the insurance business. Most business models now incorporate some sort of qualified leads into their marketing strategy. So again, I only can speak for myself at the Dig Agency, my business, we only have our agents talk to people who are actually interested in life insurance. We're not asking people to call names out of a phone book or even target their friends and family to harass them to sell. Not that that's necessarily bad, but a lot of people don't want to do it. So bottom line, you don't have to go out there and just approach people cold. Yes, you have to approach people, but you can do it with the benefit of knowing that they have some level of interest and are likely willing to talk to you to learn more. Number 9 on the list here of why the insurance business is an excellent career is that there is growth potential. Again, you may get into the standpoint where you want to do this on the basis of selling other products. Maybe you want to scale into other products that allow you to earn more, or maybe earn more of a passive income than a upfront income. Or maybe, like I mentioned earlier, you want to build an agency and duplicate yourself. There's ample opportunity to grow in that regard. Or maybe you just want to make more money and you just want to do more. So come into this business, it's not just about the freedom or the flexibility, but there is absolutely a great growth potential in it. And the last thing on the list here is there is definitely long-term stability depending on the niche that you're in. Again, think about the car insurance or home insurance business. People always need transportation. People always need a place to live. People in the final expense niche There are more people turning 65 daily for the next 10, 15, 20 years than ever before. So all of these people are going to need some kind of life insurance to pay for their burial expenses. Many of them will. And so there's stability in these niches. And when we look at other industries where maybe it's a mortgage business, it was hot for years and it went cold for many years. You don't have that in the insurance business. It's a steady Eddie type of business. And that's something you definitely learn to appreciate. So guys, I hope this gives you some inspiration, some perspective on what the business is really like from the good side of the business. And if you're looking for an agency and a place to start, and you want to learn more about the Dig Agency, go to my website. It's davidduford.com. There's an overview video. Please watch that. Again, our specialty is focusing on the final expense burial insurance niche. It is life insurance sold to people predominantly 50 and older who are retired or disabled. And I love it. It's a great business model. Been doing it since 2011. And what makes us different is that we actually provide those qualified leads to the agents. They never have to buy leads and spend $1,000+ a week like many agents in this business. So it's a great place to start, to minimize your risk, and then to also learn how to sell without all of the MLM nonsense that's out there. It's so common in this business, unfortunately. If you have any questions, leave them below. Go to the website, davidduford.com, subscribe and like and do all that stuff. And thanks for watching.